Thank you for joining me today. I want us to talk. I'm in the kitchen today. We will have to have a kitchen talk, and I'm thinking about to prepare for what is ahead. And so, if you ask me, how do you prepare for what's ahead? The first thing I will do is strongly I recommend that we seek the face of the Lord and have a word to stand on and know what the Lord has to say about our family and our community. I think that's the first step I will take. The second one will be making sure that you connect with all of your loved ones and be in the same page. Understand in case of emergency what needs to be done, where you want it to be, where everybody's supposed to be. So that kind of communication is a key. The third thing I would suggest is that if you have any standing medical procedures that you need to have a hip replacement, you have any kind of surgical situation need to be done, yet you have been waiting for a right moment, I think this would be the good time to do it and get it out of the way. That include if you wear any glasses, take care of that. If you need any dental work need to be done, I think those things are important to get it out of the way. And then after you've done all that, I think my other suggestion would be to get yourself in a better shape. You know, if you are not fit, you can't move around, you can't do much. And now you're looking at the Ukrainian refugees and the elderly and the women and children moving from one country to the other. If that's the case, you know, we may not go to another country, but they have to travel to different state. Are you fit to do that? Are you equipped to do that? So you gotta think yourself and prepare yourself on those areas. Maybe you don't need to lose weight, but are you able to move? Your mobility is important, so you need to prepare yourself by stretching every day to be fit for what is ahead. And the other thing I would suggest is to be prepared for your household at least for 1 month food and water, what the household need. That's another thing we need to think about. And the other thing I would suggest is for us to get acquainted with alternative medicine, how to heal ourselves with herbs and essential oils and a different method. If our medical system is not in place, how do you heal? How do you take care of yourself? So we need to think about that. The other thing I'm thinking about that we need to think is that a personal hygiene. Taking care of our body in and out and spiritually, it really what is keep us in a healthy alignment. So to do that, your physical body has to be taken care of. You have to be clean. You have to live in a clean environment. Those hand sanitizers and wipes are not really a way to go. So you need to learn how to use a proper soap and water and dry yourself. Those are the healthy ways to keep yourself very healthy. And then the other thing I would suggest would be in case a power goes out, there is no way for you to get water or a place to cook your food. You got to think about that as well. If you are living in those big cities and you live in an apartment building, you can't have a fire stove there. So you got to think about how do you survive, how do you keep yourself warm, and how do you prepare your food. So one of the things I could recommend is that you go to the sports goods stores and find those warmers, body warmers. I read on some of them that you can keep it warm up to 8 hours. So those are the kind of things that you need to prepare yourself. And one other thing as preparing physically, fitness, one of the things I'm really seeing as a problem is today this is a common shoes. Those kind of shoes, those kind of things, we need to learn to not be dependent on them or rely on them. We need to learn to use proper shoes for ourselves and our children. We need to do that. And then my other suggestion is to get our house or household in order, to learn to organize what you need around your house so your house is not chaotic. In case of emergency, when you are under a pressure, it's not easy to function and find things if you are not prepared now. So you need to know where your candle is, where your match is, and different things. And so you gotta have a good plan to overcome this issue. My last suggestion is direction. Most of us depend on GPS, and if the GPS is not there, were you able to get from point A to point B? So you need to write down directions where you usually go, where you depend on, you need to go there all the time, your clinics or your grocery store, your family's place, those kind of places. Write it down, the direction, how you get from A to B. And if you have it on the paper, it will never go bad. While you have it, writing down things, you need to learn. Now, if the restaurants are not available, if you can't go out and get food, or you can't get food delivered, how do you survive? So you gotta make sure your favorite meals, look up the recipes and write those down, and make sure you have those things at hand in case of emergency. Then you will not starve to death. So those are the things I'm suggesting, that you will prepare for whatever is ahead. And I thank you for joining me. I hope this information was helpful to you. Have a blessed day.